All right, so we are looking at solving two-step equations. This is an Ixl J3. Okay, and it says solve for f. So 3f plus 9 equals 15. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at what's added or subtracted, right? Because we want to get this f by itself. So I want to subtract this 9 from both sides to start. Now, a positive 9 and a negative 9 is going to give me 0. The 3f is unaffected. And notice we didn't combine the 3f and the 9 because the 9 doesn't have an f next to it. They're not like terms. 15 minus 9 is 6. So 3f equals 6. Because the 0 is just 0. That doesn't really affect anything. So now 3 times f equals 6. So 3 times something equals 6. So just first I can think about what is that something. Okay. Now have that thought in your head. 3 times something equals 6. Now since 3 times f, okay, we want to divide both sides by 3 because 3 is getting multiplied by f. Now 3 divided by 3 is 1 because 3 only goes into 3 one time. So they cancel because we don't write the 1 next to a variable. So it's f equals 6 divided by 3 is 2. So when you were thinking 3 times something equals 6, you should have been thinking 2. We can test our answer by plugging it back in. So we can say 3 times 2 plus 9. What does that equal? And it does equal 15. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Now it's getting a little trickier. We have 2 negatives and we have a division here. So we have, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So we have k divided by 3 minus negative 10 equals 14. Now I put negative 10 in parentheses because I think that'll help us see what's happening. So a negative and a negative equals a positive. So it's really k divided by 3 plus 10. Now we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. Now we have k divided by 3 equals 4. So something divided by 3 equals 4. So take a second. Try a couple numbers. Just think this through. What divided by 3 will give me 4? Think of some things multiplied by 4. What does it give you? So now, since something divided by 3 gives us 4, we want to know what 4 times 3 is. So we multiply both sides by 3. These cancel as if we had 3 over 1, which is the same thing as 3, times k over 3, they would cancel out. Okay? Now, k equals 4 times 3, which is 12. Let's look at this one. So we have 6.49 minus 3v equals 9.49. So I would like to rewrite my problem. So I would suggest, if you're not doing this already, go get a piece of paper and a pencil. Rewrite your problem before you do your problem. Okay? It'll help a lot. So there's decimals, but we're going to follow our same process. So we're going to subtract 6.49 from both sides. It'll cancel out. Negative 3v equals 3. Okay? If you can't do it in your head, you can take out your calculator, but 0.49 and 0.49 are going to, end up being 0, and then 9 minus 6 is 3. Now, negative 3 times something gives us a positive 3. And negative times a negative is a positive. But we know negative 3 is being multiplied by these. So let's start by just dividing out our negative 3. And 3 divided by negative 3, now you can do it in your calculator, or you should know that's just negative 1. Now if we try it back in our equation, it'll work. So go ahead and try it if you want to double check. So we have 2d minus 5 equals 3. So pause the video, try this one yourself. We're going to add 5 to both sides. We're trying to get that d all alone. So we have a 2, a d, a negative 5. We want the d by itself. The first thing we can get rid of is an addition or a subtraction. So that's why I'm adding 5 to the other side. 2 times something equals 8. You can think about that for a second. We can divide both sides by 2. And we get that d equals 4. Look at our last one. So we're going to have one of these divisions again. So we know we want to get rid of additions or subtractions first. So we're going to start by subtracting 11 from both sides. Two equals j over 2. So something divided by 2 gives us 2. Now we have a division. We want to undo division with multiplication. These cancel. J equals 4. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to message me.